goal. Or you are in high school occupying space. When you wake up in the morning, after making that prayer, do you go back to see the written word? Or you're leaving it to your neighbors? You want to have a goal so that you build your confidence. You want to have this goal because you want to build your own confidence. One of the things I was trying to evaluate, when you're asked and someone freely volunteers, some of these people are confident. Ask them, how did you attain the confidence? They will write, I planned that I become a debate club member. In my primary, I was a prefect. So all the fears are no longer in them. So when asked, they are ready to volunteer. So you want to build confidence, but you also want to help manage time. Because many other times we want to go through, senior 1, senior 2, senior 5, but you cannot tell until when they ring the bell. That is when you know that class is done. And when you're asked, what have you attained during that 1 and 20 minutes lesson? I do not know. So today we are saying we need to set goals, not only in our minds, but we need to have written down, because we want to be motivated, we want to build our confidence, but we also want to manage time. And today we are going to study about the SMART goals. SMART is an acronym. You put it here, but in descending order. S-M-A-R-T. S-M-A-R and T. Have we had words like specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound? Have we? Being a teacher, I'm about to say, stand, sit, then you all wake up. And I get to know I'm talking to a serious class. So, each goal should be specific, should be measurable, should be achievable, should be relevant, and should be time-bound. Please write this like she is writing. And then you will go back, as we talk about these things, you will go back to your goal and ask yourself, where am I? Is my goal specific? Is it measurable? Is it achievable? Is it relevant? And is it time-bound? U-N-D. So our first goal, our first aspect in a goal is going to be about specific. So you'll just write the S standing for specific. So being specific is you're clear. You are clear. What exactly do I want to achieve? What exactly do I want to achieve? And we're going to write down in our books these two examples. I want better grades. I want grades. And the second example is, I want to improve on math grade from a C to a B. I want to improve my math grade from a C to a B. Have we all written? Because she's taking more time. I want to achieve my grade from a C to a B. I want to improve, not just not achieve. I want to improve. Is it okay if we use our books than spend time on what she's writing? Okay. I am going to disarm you. You have where to write in your own. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for volunteering. So one of the things we are saying in being specific, I want better grades. And then the next one is, I want to improve my math grades from a C to a B. So when we say I want better grades, that means you are too general. We do not know what better grades you mean. So if you want to be specific, you have to indicate what exactly you want to achieve. Yes, you have the grades. In senior 1, you have the grades. In senior 5, you have the grades. But this time you want to improve. We are not looking at only better grades, but we want you to improve these grades in the math subject. And achieving and attaining these, being specific, we are saying from a C to a B. Back to the goal that we set. How many of us wrote something that is specific? Just check in your books. How many of us wrote something that is specific? Many of us were saying, I want to, to acquire knowledge. Knowledge for what? What subject? And every one of you came with knowledge. You did not come with an empty head. So what knowledge exactly do you want? So when we are saying a SMART goal, we are trying to tell you, ladies, can you be specific? If we were to ask, someone would wake up and say, for me, I am in revival, girls, to make friends. Why do you need the friends? Where are they going to take you? There is someone who is here saying, I am only here to spend money because daddy has paid the money. That is also a goal. But is it specific? No. Then we go to M, which is measurable. I am a little shorter, so you will forgive my height. So what do we want from measurable? How will I know I have achieved my goal? So measurable stands for, how will you know that you have achieved the goal? You're tracking your progress. And part of the measurable, if you want to improve on your goals from a C to a B, every day, you want to complete 5 past paper exams in a discussion. You can be able to measure that by the end of the day, I have had discussions and we have read through the 5 past papers. Because remember, our goal this morning is to improve the math grades. And not just to improve them, but from a C to a B. So how do we want to improve them? If we can measure, is by doing the 5 papers. By having discussions. How do you want to excel, you as a student? How do you want to acquire the knowledge, the skills, the values? And you know, some of the people, part of the measurable, they are sleeping in our class today. So by the end of this lesson, they will not have any SMART goal minus sleeping. Can you imagine? So is your goal specific? And is your goal measurable? Then the next one is achievable, right? So we're going step by step, and I want you to go back on the other goal. If it wasn't specific, it wasn't measurable, and it is not achievable, then we will go back to redesign our goal and make it a SMART goal. So achievable is a realistic goal. Is this goal within your effort? That is what achievable means. Is this goal within your effort? You want to be a prefect. Are you sure you can manage? At senior 1, imagine someone who will wake up and say, you know, for me, I want to be a mother. Are you sure you can be a mother at senior 1? Can you? Of course you can. The fact that you can conceive. But are you sure you can manage? Is it within the effort you have? Can you take care of a child? Can you financially handle? So, from the 5 papers, achievable, you want to say in a day, you will study for only 1 hour. The 5 papers from the bigger goal. Now we are saying we shall study for only 1 hour. Because setting aside 1 hour in a day is achievable. Are we following, ladies? Setting an hour aside in a day is achievable. That can be during morning prep, it can be during evening prep, it can be during games time. If games are for 4 hours, then you pick on only 1 hour for studying mathematics. Remember, we want to achieve from a C to a B. And then from the achievable part, we go to the relevant. So what is relevant? Does it matter to you? Does this goal you've set aside really have meaning? When you excel, does that matter to you, or you don't want to bother? This morning, I ran out of the sports activities of our children. It was sports day. And some of the babies in P1 were told to run. And one of the kids ran halfway, he started laughing, and the rest continued. Until when a teacher had held his hand, the baby was busy laughing. Why? Running is not relevant at that time. He feels it is a game like any other. So, is it relevant? Is the goal that you have set relevant? Does it matter to you? Is it important? Is passing your exams important to you as a lady? And then we are saying, I want to do well in math because I dream of becoming an engineer. I dream of becoming a pilot. I dream of becoming, usually people don't want to become teachers, but we've seen many end up being teachers. Why is this goal relevant? When you have excelled in mathematics, you are able to achieve that which you have planned to be. So, your excelling in mathematics is leading you to your journey of being an engineer. That is why you must set the goals. And then finally, the T, time bound. You must set deadlines. Friends, if you want to achieve this goal, you must set the deadline. And the easiest example we can have, I will raise my math grade to a B by the end of the term. So whatever we planned from here on time, about time, we are saying end of the term. We do not want to excel in mathematics at the end of the year, but we want to excel in mathematics by the end of the term. So, when we go back to our goals, have you found the 5 characteristics? I know majority of us may not have found. I am going to request my teacher to come and write for us this goal. Please come. Ladies, excuse her. I need her to write first. And then we shall identify the 5 characters. I will improve my English. I will improve my English. I will improve my English essay writing. By practicing for 30 minutes every day. By practicing for 30 minutes every day. Using online resources and teacher feedback. Using online resources and teacher feedback. How I wished we could all write this, because we're going to identify the 5 characters. And teacher feedback to increase my grade, from 65 to 75, from 65 to 75, by the end of the term. Please write that example. So our example on the Manila is, I will improve my essay writing by practicing 30 minutes every day using online resources and teacher feedback to increase my grades from 65 to 75 by the end of the term. The teachers who are here, I'm about to send away some students from my class. So we've talked about specific, we've talked about measurable, we've talked about achievable, we've talked about relevant and time-bound. And these should appear in every goal that you set as a student, as a girl from Revival Girls High School. My apologies 1,000 times. I don't want to mix the two. So if we are to look for what is specific in this goal, what statement is there that is specific? I need participants. Yes, please stand and tell us. Excellent. Please underline it, teacher, and put the word essay. I will improve my English essay writing. And what is measurable? How is our goal measurable? How is this goal measured? Someone else? What statement is in our goal that indicates measurable? Please stand and tell us. 65 to 75. Next trial. Yes, the lady in front. Hasn't she made it too long? Who else can try? It is somewhere there. Please stand. By practicing for 30 minutes every day. Excellent. That is measurable. So how is this achievable? You underline that. If you can use a different color, and then above the statement, You put specific, then the second one you put measurable. We're going to practice this after this lesson. In here, you're not going to run away from me to damn your teacher. Because I all want you to have specific, generally I want you to have smart goals. So by practicing for 30 minutes every day is measurable. So how is this achievable? Yes, please. Using online resources and teacher feedback. Excellent. And how is it relevant? I know we are now following. How is it relevant? The last column. How is this relevant? Who can try? Yes, please. Hasn't she overstretched it? She has the answer there. Yes, there is a lady who turned and looked at me. You stand and give us the answer. By increasing my grade from 65 to 75. That is relevant. And finally, the time. Yes, the lady in red, the last column. By the end of the term. So that is time bound. Back to the goals we wrote. Is there anything serious in them? There's something. There's a content somewhere. Are you able to share for us your goal? You go and write it so that we analyze. Feel free. Please go up. She has a very good handwriting. So can we write the SMART goal in our books? You follow those procedures. You're specific. The goal is measurable. It is achievable. It is relevant. And it is time-bound. And do not duplicate and say, now instead of mathematics, we are going for chemistry. Write another goal. You may want to be a prefect in senior 3 and now you're in senior 1 and you're working towards that. By the end of senior 2, you should be able to have all the characteristics of a good prefect. Those with 2 pens, please borrow this young girl here. Please do not copy her goal. Write your own goal. Some of us were waiting for her to finish. Write your own. What exactly do you want to achieve, especially this? And we are left with around 20 days to end the term, right? So she is saying, I will improve my combination scores by using morning and evening preps every day for revision and make consultations with teachers to improve my points from D to B by the end of this term. Are you able to identify the characters that are there? Please try. Get to your books, onto your goals. Pick what is specific, what is measurable, what is achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Are we able to measure morning and evening prep? Ladies, can we measure morning and evening prep? What if someone comes into the morning prep, sleeps the whole of prep time? Will you measure that someone is learning when someone is sleeping? So that means, what is Clara, you're going to equate for us the evening and morning prep into something that is measurable in regards to hours. Because you may come in the morning prep, sleep throughout, then go for evening prep, make noise throughout. The following day you're running away from the teacher on duty. Will you have studied? No. So are we getting that, the measurable? It must, you should be able to have it tangible. When we are talking about time, be specific, even about the time you want to study. Whether it is 10 minutes, indicate the 10 minutes. Check your goals. Please stand and read for us yours.
I will improve my biochemistry and agric sub math by practicing each subject every day for an hour for better grades from C and B to A through interacting with my teachers and making more research in order to score A by the end of the term.
You get? It is okay. Don't be worried about the phone. it also expires and a new one can be bought. So the memorable, there is something she wants to achieve. And she is narrowing what she wants to achieve to subjects. And she is not only ending at subjects, but she is saying at an hour, I should add value to myself. And because she is certain she is not an expert, she is going to consult the teachers. And because she is going to consult the teachers, but to improve the other grades that she was worried about. And that is not going to take her a full year. It is going to take her only one term. Is your commitment this term for chemistry especially? Clara, please read your goal again. We are about to finish. I know it's a Saturday and some of you are already exhausted. Yes, please.
I will improve my combination scores by using 1.5 hours of my morning and evening preps every day for revision and making consultations with teachers to improve my points from D to B by the end of this term.
Excellent. Are we able to follow by that example? So what if you want to improve your behavior? Let's leave these things of math, chemistry. If you want to improve your behavior, especially those that are dozing, you write how you want to improve your behavior. Some of you teachers have already put you in the black book. You write the goal, how you want to improve your behavior. Each one of us, there is always that stubborn element. When they are saying, please write, you're saying, what should we write? There is already stubbornness. So how do you want to improve your behavior this term, before the term ends? I am trying to get the disciplined one. Those that are not writing, they may be closer to angels. But it seems everyone needs salvation. So when we are writing about behavior, it is something you want to achieve. So you're not going to say, I am trying to get, exactly, she's getting on the right track. Please come and sit. She's my next teacher. I am trying to see what she's writing. Everything is invisible. So she wants to improve on her bad writing skills as a behavior. So how do you want to improve? You are writing yours. Okay, first do and finish. Write about your behavior. It is even going to be hard. The school is in trouble if you don't improve your behavior. This is about scores, but then when you're writing about the goals, then you don't again use are scared. They don't want to change their behaviors. Who has written and can share with us? We are not going to account that to you. Please. Okay. Please, let's follow her example.
Want to improve behavior by not being harsh to those who wrong me, and by reading the Bible verses about anger every night for 30 minutes to reduce on my anger by the end of this term.
Wow. You repeat so that we pick what is specific. She wants to improve on her behavior. You remember what we are relating to? We want to improve on English essay writing. So being specific, she is talking about her own behavior. And how the measurable part, please proceed.
I want to improve my behavior by not being harsh to those who, and by reading the Bible verses about every night for 30 minutes to reduce on my anger by the end of this term.
So she wants to reduce on her anger. But she wants to do this by reading the Bible verses every day for 5 minutes. And she wants to achieve this by the end of the term. So are we getting somewhere, or we are still stuck somewhere? Any questions? So how do we want to succeed, ladies? You break the big goals into small steps. Those that are able to write, how do you want to succeed? You break the big goals into small steps. You could be here and your dream is to make sure that you become an engineer. That is a big and a very big goal. But how do you want to break it to small steps? Improving your mathematics, improving physics, improving English, changing your behavior. And secondly, to succeed, you must be able to celebrate all the small wins. Every time you add 1 mark to your mathematics, please celebrate that. There are people who don't want to appreciate. There are people who will tell you, you're still in the same grade, it is well, but I have added a mark. If you are very arrogant after this class, and you change and you do not abuse anyone by the end of the day, please celebrate that. It is a small win, but it means a lot. You're working towards the bigger goal. You should stay consistent. You have the big goal, break it into small steps. Celebrate those small wins. 1 mark. Can you imagine going for prep and you don't doze off? Celebrate it. Imagine, by the end of the week, you've been able to put on ironed uniform. Celebrate that, because ironing was a problem to you. Celebrate those small things, including smiling if you've always been angry and hungry. The small wins, but also stay consistent. Stay consistent to the wins, because you want to achieve. And friends, you cannot achieve any goal without consultation. Sometimes the teachers may look scary. Ask friends. There are elders we go back home to. You're about to go back home, and you want to do consultations, and daddy comes in. He will not smile, he will not talk. The man is looking for your school fees. Run to mommy. If mommy is not around, run to your elder sister. If you're the elder sister, run to even that small young baby at home. They will change your life. So be consistent. And as you work towards, attaining this goal, there are challenges. There are challenges. At one time, you will move from a B to to an A. The next day, from an A to a B. When the children were running, the one who was from word go, who was the first, would, some of them would lose their pace, become the second, become the third. There are challenges as you desire to attain these goals. But do not give up. Dear ladies in Revival Girls High School, do not give up. You cannot give up at senior 1. You cannot give up at senior 5. The road is going to get bumpy. There are so many people amidst us with so many stories. If you asked your teachers, some of them desired to be doctors, but along the way their parents passed on. And they had to sit home for 2-3 years without proceeding. But they never gave up. Do not give up. Even when that subject combination is very complex for senior 5, do not give up. Adjust the goal. If you find it too wide and too broad, adjust it to fit your standard. We're laughing about one thing. At this level, do you want to be a mother? No. But 20 years from now, you want to be a mother. But before you become a mother, please adjust that goal to being a disciplined girl. Adjust it to your level, that you will know how to stay away from the boys. It is true they are chatting with you, holiday is going to come, they are going to text all sorts of things. Are you sure there is any serious goal you want to achieve with those texts? So adjust the goal, stay positive and focused. And finally, friends, you have the power to achieve your dreams. Smart goals make success possible. And how I pray that you start today. Set a goal so big that you can't achieve it until you grow into the person who can. You have the power to achieve your dreams. Smart goals make success possible. Please begin today. Do not begin tomorrow. Begin today. And get to know that the bigger the goal, the more the effort. So do not end at only being in school. Think bigger. 20 years back, we didn't know some of us would get here. But you know, little by little, we kept on achieving something. Personally, academically, I am not among the best 10. No. I was never among the best 10, especially at this level. But you know, when we got to senior 5, I narrowed down to the subjects that I loved. History, CRE, economics, geography. For us, during our days, we were called the scientists in the arts section. But at least I narrowed down from chemistry that seemed to be stars. I narrowed down from physics that was very interesting, but after compiling things and writing them down, the teacher would find them irrelevant. I narrowed down at senior 5. When I got to the university, I narrowed to what I wanted. I'm a teacher by profession and a teacher of history and CRE. Later, I went into divinity, which many people call theology. And that gave me a bigger understanding of the scripture, because I love more of the scriptures than anything else. I narrowed and kept on narrowing. I love administration and management. Went and did something there. And now, friends, when I tell you this average girl, I went to Weranyanji Girls for senior 6 years. The average one who was never among those that are read on assembly. The Lord has carried me graciously, and I completed a PhD. So friends, you can set the very big goals and put them in small steps. Take the baby steps. The baby will grow to become a bigger child, to become an adult, to become an adolescent. And finally, you will be independent. Set those goals now, and trust me, you will achieve them. I want to wish you God's blessings. Allow me to invite one of the teachers in charge to wind up for us our session. God bless you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, let me take this opportunity to thank our facilitator or educator tonight. We can clap for her. Secondly, I'll take this opportunity to thank the administration of Revival Girls High School for having these lessons, because they are so educative. I think we are learning a lot from these people. Good. Then, thirdly, I'll take an opportunity to still thank you, the students at Revival High School. You have showed interest, and I've been monitoring. You are so attentive. Clap for yourselves. Now, as they teach us these things, let's not put them like that and leave them in our notebooks. Put them into working. When you write down your goal, follow it accordingly and ensure you achieve it altogether. So, lastly, I will wish you a nice weekend and be obedient. As the madam has said, you should respect your elders altogether. Thank you. A good day.
Okay, shall we pray and we go for our weekend? Shall we stand?
Oh yeah, well. Sananya kapatiata.